Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So guys, I published a video about case processing time from Australia about tourist visa or visitor visa. They call it subclass 600. That's fine. But if you compare that with Canada, you find a huge change. Like two cases I described for Australia. Case number one, 12 days. No, case number one, 18 days. Case number two, 12 days. But in case number one, medicals were requested as well. So if Australian can do in such a high speed, why can't Canadians do? Because if you see Canadian visitor visa processing timeline, recently it got increased, right? And they still have a huge backlog. So the same backlog or similar backlog, I don't have the number when it comes to backlog for Australia, but they too dealt with huge backlogs because of COVID. And after COVID, once I should not say after COVID, I should say after COVID restrictions, when they have reopened, how quickly they are approving and how quickly they are processing applications. I'm not saying they're approving every case, how quickly they are processing applications. Why can't Canada do this? So definitely the system needs to be upgraded. This is what my analysis, and this is what I'm going to discuss in this video. And neither I'm an immigration consultant nor I'm a government body, so if you take anything out of this video, you do it at your own risk. So guys, when I reviewed these cases, I was like, oh my god, if Canadians can do if Australians can do at such a high speed, why can't reasonable speed, why can't Canada do? This doesn't make any sense. So what I would say is like, the way it is being done. Like again, Canada has improved when it comes to processing systems, because I have always said in my various videos that Canada is technically is following Australia when it comes to immigration. In 2015, they moved to express entry point-based migration system. It was already in place for Australia for years. It is still in place. This is called skill select there. And now there have been some speculations about making express entry draws about uh, draws specific to occupations in Australia. This is already in place for many years. This is called occupation ceilings. So like as I've said, they are always doing it. So why are they not emulating now? What I would say that still there are like, of course, like I do not have the exact information, but based on my understanding, like there is something related to the policy. Something is there that is avoiding, something that is blocking. When it comes to Australia, the process is really very streamlined. Like I remember back in 2015 when I had applied for Australian PR for medical, they had issued like e-visa medical request. I printed, I went to the doctor's office. After my test was done, it was directly updated by the doctor. And then, I mean, he used the sheet, he did something in the system, and it got updated in my account. So it's not like that an officer is gonna update that in my account. It did not require a particular step. Straight away, it went to the profile. So if Australian can streamline this, why can't Canadians do? It can be, right. I can understand there are exceptions. Like if there are any health issues, maybe the involvement of an officer is required. Fine, that's absolutely okay. But for cases where everything comes into the mark, everything is as per the uh, requirements, why can't they just go ahead and get updated in the system, like it happens with Australia? Why not? I don't find any reason. So I think this is a section where our Canadian immigration system needs to improve or follow Australia. This is really important. And for years, like I applied in 2015, by then also this was already in place. Like Australia is visa label free. So that means what happens when you go for Canadian visa and if it is approved, you go to VFS again, right? Schedule your appointment, you go submit your passport, then your passport comes with stamp, and then you travel, right? For Australia, these steps are not even required. They digitally tag visa to your passport. So like, so you don't have to go for all these steps. Can you even imagine how many days it is gonna save, how much time and how much resources for both, for the embassy or their immigration department, and also for individual applicants. Like there's gonna be a fee, right? Service fee, and other things when you go submit for stamping. If you don't have to do that, your time and money saved, same thing for them. So what happens is, like when they approve your visa, they issue you a visa grant letter. The moment visa grant letter has come, your passport is digitally tagged with the visa. That's it. You don't need to worry about anything else, and you're fine, you're absolutely okay. So if the same, so that means if I get an email now, let's say I apply for a visitor visa for Australia and I get an email now, I can try go by the next flight. I don't have to worry about anything else. It is digitally tagged. And when I traveled to Australia, I used I mean, I took the printout as well along with my passport. And but when I reached the counter, immigration counter of Australia, I put the visa grant notification in between my passport and I handed over to them. They took the paper out and returned it to me. And just with the help of my passport, they could verify my visa, my status, everything. So this can also help. I think this is a high time. Like we should learn from Australia. How could so quickly they can improve their, like they can return to such a faster processing uh, times. Like if you check the processing time on IRCC for now, for let's say for a visitor visa from India, how many days you see as for the processing time? It changes all the time. As of now, it is showing 164 days. And go and do it for Australia. Like I'm saying 10, 12, 15 days. Again, it varies. I'm not saying that every case is going to be processed like that, but most of the cases I see on social media are like that. I like this only. So that means there is happening some very fast processing that we cannot even imagine. Why? Some serious steps need to be taken. I think it is really high time. And this is not just like, it is a loss. It is a loss for country as well. For example, if I am in India and for upcoming Christmas I want to go and enjoy a foreign destination, so I zero down to Canada, Australia. When I check the Canadian immigration website, I see the processing time 164 days on. At the same time, when I see for Australia, I see like, oh, 10, 12 days visa is coming, why not, let's go apply Australia. So who is in loss? Canadian economy here, right? So I think it's high time. Again, I'm not a government body, and this is just my personal suggestion, my personal opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe there's something policy, some more restrictions, some government level policies. I really don't know about those complexities. But I think if we can emulate Australia, if they can do, we can also do. So thanks for watching this, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.